Good morning everybody, welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. We're at Bispham this morning. This is the tram stop, this is the tram, which is just about to depart for Fleetwood. And this, are you ready? I'm going to blind you now. That is the sun, isn't that lovely? It's bitterly cold. I've got my hat on and my scarfy thing, and I'm all wrapped up and ready for a ramble, because this morning we're going to go for a walk down Red Bank Road, which is that road right there. I thought while it's quiet and while I've not got sort of loads of people to catch on video, I thought we'll go that way. But first of all, I want to just show you the view over the edge, because this is relevant, and I've been doing a little bit of research before I set off, and you'll know if you're a regular reader that we often refer to Nick Moore's History of Blackpool and the Fylde Coast, and I've been reading Nick's thing this morning to get some interesting little known facts. So I need to just show you the drop here. So this is what's affectionately known as the cliffs. Not quite on the same level as the White Cliffs of Dover, but steep nonetheless. So just bear that memory in mind as we set off. By the good night, that's cold. Lovely but cold. Excuse my nose and my dripping tap while we execute this little video. So what I didn't realise is that Bispham is so old. I got quite a surprise. I sat reading Nick's history, going, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. So I'm going to share some of these I didn't know that facts with you. And we're going to just scoot across here before we get flattened by a passing vehicle. And we're going to go for a walk down Red Bank Road. So we're going from the promenade in this video to kind of the fire station, and all will become clear when we get a little bit further down here. So Bispham, I knew it was a sort of a fairly old town. So this is Red Bank Road, called because the cliffs were red, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But it was the ham, or the village of the Biscop family in the 7th century. And I don't know about you, but I've got absolutely no idea it was so old. I mean, there's old and there's old, isn't there? And apparently the chemist shop at the back of Bispham Post Office on Red Bank Road was called Biscopam for quite some years. Now I'm stopping here because just look at that old sign. I've got a thing for old signs if you've kind of watched a few of these videos, and I've got to show you this one. Chris's Kebab House. I smile every time I see this, because as you know, my lovely mother is called Chrissy, and we come to, well, in the olden days we used to shop in Sainsbury's at Bispham. And every time we passed that shop, I used to come out with a crack about my mum making kebabs. So anyway, going back to the 600s, Bispham, Blackpool and Norbreck was the largest settlement in the 100 of Amounderness. And if you've watched enough of these, you'll know that 100 is an old administrative area. And I'm just being careful here and dodging the ice on the floor, because it's a bit frosty-wasty. In fact, I think what we're going to do, we're going to cross the road and we'll walk on the other side where it's not as icy. That would be a more sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? So, going back to the cliffs, I also discovered as well, when I was doing my little bit of reading up this morning, the reason why Gin Square is called Gin Square, she says, pausing to concentrate on the pronunciation. So So apparently there was a brook from Bispham village that went down a cleft in the landscape, otherwise known as a gin, and it went down to the cliffs to the sea. I do know that there were loads of little brooks and waterways that joined up to the seafront, and a lot of them have been either covered over or filled in or whatever with the passage of time. Now I'm going to stop again here because I'm going to show you this building. This is the Bispham Hotel. And the Bispham Hotel was opened on the 21st of December 1935. It's a lovely old building. I'm going to cross again. I'm going to cross again, and there is a reason for this which will become apparent. And it was designed by Francis Lum. So it's 85 years old, isn't it? And I would say that they're fairly old windows as well. I don't know whether they're original, but they certainly look based on what the originals would have been. And apparently the ladies' bar and the saloon bar have both got rubber floors to reduce the noise. Now I'm not sure whether that's from the heels of the ladies' shoes or whether that's from the mouths of the ladies making a racket. If it were in my case, it would certainly be my mouth that they were trying to silence, I'm sure. So that's the Bispham Hotel. Look at that woodwork above the door. I've never noticed that before out of all the hundreds of times I've passed it. Fascinating. So, we are now at the entrance to Sainsbury's, which I know well and is now closed. No, it's not. Stupid. It's open because it's a supermarket. So this, back in the day, was actually the depot of the Blackpool and Fleetwood Tramroad Company. So this area here is where the trams sort of parked and had their terminus and whatnot. And I'm going to go around this corner and show you the supermarket because you'll be able to see better without the sun right in the viewfinder. So the Blackpool and Fleetwood Tramroad Company opened on the 30th of July 1885, and they started running their trams from here, from the Bispham depot, and they ran from Blackpool station via the Gin to Fleetwood Ferry. And in between the end of June 1898 and July 1899, they carried 1.5 million passengers in 10 trams. It's amazing, that. And in October 1963, the tram depot closed, and Sainsbury's was originally an Alpic supermarket. Now, I'd never heard of Alpic, and a friend of mine said something about Alpic and cracked out laughing one day, and we all looked at her blank because we didn't know what she meant. But apparently that's what it was, and then obviously Alpic went into liquidation, and the rest is history, as they say. So this is the Conservative Club and the Bowling Green, and that was opened in August 1925. And there is more to the story. I think, if I remember rightly, the upstairs of the bowling club, the Conservative Club, was the office that the tramway company used, I think. I'm not sure about that. Obviously, the history of the tramroad is a huge and separate subject, and at the moment we're looking at Bispham, not necessarily the tramway, but we'll certainly come back to that another day. So here we go, siren, just for us. Hear it? There's always one. Where's he coming from? Oh, he's here. It's a police car. I'm here, officer. Right, we're carrying on this way. You can see the ice on the floor, look, which is quite a unique occurrence for this part of the world. I got quite a surprise when I came out and found it was so cold. So, in 1745, we're going to go back to the cliffs now, because in 1745, Gin Farm began serving food and drink from a farm that was on the cliffs in the centre of what is now Gin Square. And Red Bank Road ran the, sorry, put my teeth in, the red bank on the front of the shore, on the seafront, ran from there to Central Beach in Blackpool. And it sort of tapered off this way as well. And it was red tinted boulder clay from red sandstone. So you can see now why it got the name Red Bank Road. So we're just going to carry on a little bit further down here. And from 1917 to 1919, the cliffs going back that way, south, between Red Bank Road and King Edward Avenue, were rebuilt. And it was 12-foot thick concrete, sunk 7 foot into the boulder clay, which I thought was quite astonishing. It's also quite slippy, so I'm just being careful. I'm not walking at my normal 90 miles an hour. So there you have it. So Red Bank Road itself opened in 1911, and it was developed from a cut-in for the tram line, and it was previously known as Town Lane. So all these little side streets, this is Oakfield Avenue, all connect back to one another in kind of a complicated maze of streets. It's quite amazing, actually. So the fire station, which is the furthest point that we're going to walk to this morning, opened in 1939. I didn't realise it was so old, and there had been various other fire stations in this area that had all sort of opened and closed and moved. Anyway, I can conclusively say that I picked a good place to come to do a video this morning, because I've barely seen a soul and had some exercise into the bargain. So as we walk down towards the fire station, don't forget, if you've not already done so, make sure that you subscribe to the Visit Fylde Coast YouTube channel. I'm going to cross the road and have a look in this shop, because it always fascinates me, this shop, and I never look in it because I'm always in the car. In fact, there's another gift shop here. We'll go and have a look in their window as well. Right, cross. So yeah, so if you've not already, make sure that you subscribe to the Visit Fylde Coast YouTube channel, because we're going to go on the hunt looking for some more interesting things in this area while we're here. Oh, now then, they're nice. It's a bit steamed up, isn't it? Furniture, dear Henry. Tables, cupboards, all kinds of stuff. Well. The things you see when you go and look. So there will be other videos this week in this area. Contract and domestic upholsterers, chair manufacturers and curtain makers. Well. It's a proper workroom. Well, strike me down with a feather. Goodness. Got all sorts in there. 2-layered cotton face masks, £3 each. There you go. They've got gifts. Please ring me and I will bring it to the door. She's obviously working in the back. Huh? What a lovely little shop. Well, well, well. Right, fire station next. So my next assignment is Bispham Village, which is the next little stretch of retail as you get to the end of this little bit of road. So make sure that you've subscribed and you've hit that little bell for notifications, and then when we upload our new videos you will get an alert, and we'll also be going live at various times as well. So don't forget to watch Brew at 2. That's on Tuesday afternoons at 2 o'clock, and we do various ad hoc live broadcasts when we get the opportunity. So there you go. Oh, it looks like a winter wonderland. Look at the frost. And that's Bispham Fire Station. And the cactus is basking in the sunshine in the window. So, bit of a strange one, but nonetheless, it's one of the videos that we had fully intended to make. So we've used this opportunity to get out and... Ooh, fire engine. Just inside. To get out and do somewhere that you wouldn't get the opportunity to see. We'll be taking a walk on the seafront as well, shortly. So from Visit Fylde Coast, you take care, stay safe, have a lovely day, keep out of the way of the bugs, and I'm going that way next. See you later, bye.